What's going on, everybody? Hello. Let's see what's going on here. Let's turn that down a bit. Perfect. Okay, so Titania, Havril, Dambala, Shadow Snatcher, hello on the YouTube side. And on the Twitch side, we got Skyfrey, Laushin, Dervis, and Very Cool Skeleton. Now, is that like is it a cold skeleton or is it like swag skeleton? You know what I mean? Like, is it cool? Like, oh, I'll wait for polls till we do the poll video. But, you know what I mean? Is it like chilly skeleton or like hip skeleton? Yeah, don't know. It's okay. Maybe that's one of the great mysteries of the world or something. But hope you guys, it could be, wow, that's true. Could possibly be both. What's going on, Chris? Hello to you. Oh man, Tuesdays. Looks like this is the new thing. Tuesday streams. Okay, so be it. We will do Tuesday streams from now on. I say from now on, as long as they don't, you know, throw that back in our face and change it up or whatever. Oh, whoops, wrong button here. I wish there was a 300 paid poll for vision cards. Wouldn't that be neat? It'd be another 300 paid Visior I'd lose every week, but still, yeah, those are fun. Those are fun. All right, let's replenish this. Batch replenish, by the way, I think of little things that throughout every day have saved me some amount of time. Batch replenish is one of those little things that throughout every day has saved me quite a bit of time in the last however long, which is kind of nice. I'd probably still be replenishing if I could not batch that replenish, which I did batch. I batched it. All I can say is it's definitely probably a mystery. It's for the fans to decide. Okay, that's fair. Let the fans decide. They know best. Quick little YOLO poll on a VC would not go wrong, right? 2K paid vision card again. I agree. I thought this was kind of an opportunity for them today to do some of that stuff this week and last week. I felt like they had an opportunity if they really just wanted to, you know, not give some things away, but hook us up a little bit, right? Like Melnia being at this weird spot that she is, then, you know, like, okay, we got a vision card, probably looking down the barrel of the Final Fantasy reruns, like the Pixel Remaster reruns at some point soon. There was a fix for something. Jordan, what did they fix? What was the fix for? Chocobo slider would be nice. Yes. Making Chocobo Expedition just a little more tolerable would be nice, honestly. Chocobo Expedition, like, I really like that it's useful now. Like, Chocobo Expedition for so long in this game was just something that you're like, meh. Whatever, I'll do them, I won't do them, it's all good. Now they're like, well, I already did those quests. Now they're legitimately useful. What's up, Spaceboat? Hello to you, sir. Okay, let's do a little skipperino here. Renoa is almost done. Like, my slow build, I'm so close to almost being done slow building some things with the addition of the you know, of all of the extra shards, I guess is the word I'm looking for here. Like, Roth is almost done from the extra shards from these hard quests. The extra barrack shards have been really nice. No, I thought it was a fix, just didn't think it was an update. Oh, yeah, the Tuesday patch threw you off. Yeah, absolutely. Like, see, we're still getting 3x Roth and Vega shards right here. So this has been really nice for finishing up Roth for me. Got a Europa. Do the vision cards as well. Get another Europa. We're going to get this raid leveled today. I wonder how far you can take Alaya. I feel like pretty far. I feel like we're going to get her pretty dang far in this solo. I think I'm in the 50s already just by messing around at work, which is pretty good for me. Usually it's usually been Wednesday afternoons. I get home and I have to like power level the whole raid and it's kind of a pain. So yeah, did we get any shards here? 1, 2, 3. Not bad. We'll take 3. We'll take 3. I don't think I'm going to have to use any Chocobo tickets on this, which is also nice. Ilgorth, you get yours to 56. That's not bad. Okay, what we get here? Viz, shards. Oh, yeah, right. These. Good. Okay, I'm ready for that lightning next Warrior of the Crystal. Whenever that man comes out, boom, max reincarnation. He joins the max reincarnation squad. Can't wait. And then I'll start saving again for another Sword Knight unit someday to further add to that squad. Is the music playing? Yeah, it is. Okay, just making sure. Okay, let's go do some guild battles too. We can watch Squall dominate once again in guild battle. Collect my token, my 1 token, and then here we go. Your level 89 Melnia is getting to level 50 with 11. Oh, yeah, because you have that gun. That gun gives her that insane buff. Like, Melnia pops off in these. Queen Macherie took you all the way to 100. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Oh, we are neck and neck with Valhalla today. I need to make sure I'm fighting a team that I can handle. Look at this. Wow. Well, well, well. That is a Medina. That, my friends, is a Medina. Now, what I do is I sort by magic, and then I go to the bottom. Because I really want to fight physical-based teams if I can. I don't want to mess with Evade, though. I've not been great against Evade with my squad. Like, here is my squad. I showed this off in a video the other day. But it's right... It's a max reincarnated Medina. It probably is. Where's my team? Here's my team right here. This Ellipse team looks promising. I'm going to check our scouting report, though. Let's see here. Ellipse. Slot 1, Elia. Let's sort through these pictures here. Ellipse. I mean, it's probably the standard kind of Elia team. Where are you? Ellipse. Okay, it's a totally different team. Ellipse was running a completely different team yesterday. So I'll swing into this. Let's see what happens. I actually, like yesterday, I won my first guild battle of the day. And then I went to go clean up a 3v2 and lost because it was Evade Lightning. And Squall got Reflex twice. And so he missed. He had 2 of his 100% hit moves left. Reflex both of them. It was, who was in there? It was like it was a weird unit too. And this dude just ended up like, my Vega can't hit anything that's Evade. He has 0% accuracy. So he walked around and just couldn't 1v1 despite living forever. He just couldn't beat him. And so I lost a really embarrassing 3v2 yesterday to like surprise quasi invade, which I guess is a thing you can do. All right. Oh, it is election day here. I got my election sticker. See, I voted, and they give you a little sticker. We're going to take that off. Okay, their team is Elia, Resnick, Alphonse. Okay, so I don't know how I do against this. I honestly have not tested my squad against tank support DPS Lightning. Interesting. I'll probably do okay. I'm gonna be faster than them, and that will be a big deal. They're gonna survive my first like opening onslaught without a problem because they have all those shields. So like Squall will end up limit breaking Al, I think, just to pop his shield and do most damage. But Squall also just took 1,000 damage from that LB, so we're sitting pretty good, I think. Yeah, here it is. So this, I was right. So here's the LB. Those first 3 hits will do like nothing. Popping the shield in this last hit does a little more. Man, he tanked that pretty dang well. In fact, he's tanking both limit breaks from Squall and Elia right here. The Elia one hit him pretty dang hard. Okay, his turn. So he'll move up and hit, just punch Squall. Vega gets a chance to kill him. Couldn't quite do it, but Resnick is out of range, so Squall will just get to execute him with an auto attack. That's a really good start, and my Elia gets to Shadow Dance. I say gets to Shadow Dance because she does not always get to cast that ability. I'm a little concerned with whatever Resnick is doing, and then there's the power of like the a shield, right? Oh, that sleep needs to not. Wow, the sleep lands. Really? Well, that's random. So we get put to sleep. Okay. Well, that's... Yeah, now we die to that. Okay, that's supremely unlucky. See, because that is not a max faith Squall that just got zoinked out. Okay, this is a little rough now. That sleep is going to set me back. Vega in the 2v1, but I don't think he wins this. I think I went from easily winning this to losing to a status effect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over now. I'm going to have to like double yeah, no way. He's going to go for the Berserk, but it won't even matter at this point. That is the target I needed to Berserk, but it's too late and I lose. Well, we get the re-raise. So kill them both right here. Yeah, he's out of AP. Okay, so never mind. At least he didn't die to that auto attack. That'd have been embarrassing. Oh my God. Things were going so well. And then Dream Inducer from the back line. Oh my gosh. That is just unfortunate. I'm going to say they cheated. Definitely they cheated. For sure they cheated. What's up, Luke? Man, cheaters, it's just too bad. You know, you run into cheaters sometimes. Yeah, the sleep cost Squall. Squall was next, Dombala. Squall, like right after Dream Inducer, it was Squall's turn. So it would have been Squall into Elia. Instead, Squall just immediately was asleep and then didn't get to take a turn. So it directly cost him a turn. How many raids do I have procced? Because that's the goal today. Take this thing as far as we can. Yeah, obviously cheating. We got 10 raids. Okay, let's do this. So actually, hold on. I want to edit my Elia build a little bit. It's already getting a little bit dicey. And I think the problem is this. This is giving me physical damage and damage limit up. The damage limit up has been nice, but I think I'd be better off with something that gave me like, hold on. It's an accessory. What am I looking for here? Not this one, right? Not all elemental attack up. Not this. Thornlet is the agility down. That's not what I want. AP recovery on critical hit. I think this is what I want. Just give me a little bit more AP return. It's going to feel bad sacking the damage for this, but I was capping damage on a lot of attacks anyway. What's up, Islev? Yeah, I did see the FF9 crossover coming to Ever Crisis, but this is something I was a little bit worried about with Ever Crisis. Is, okay, you do a crossover event, right, for a whole nother Final Fantasy game. You don't get crossover units because it would be really awkward to do crossover units in that game. Like, I totally understand the problem with it, but I don't want to play... I don't want to play Cloud that looks like Zidane. I want to play Zidane. You know, like, it's just weird because I get that they can't put him in the game unless he shared a weapon type with somebody. And at that point, you're just literally giving a reskin, you know. But I don't know. It's weird to do a crossover event and not have the units from that crossover event in my opinion. But that's what they're doing. Okay, let's see how my AP problems work here. Because I'm going to basically crit every time. I'm only getting 5 AP from that. But that's 5 AP a turn. So we're actually generating a significant amount of AP. We probably kill him right here. Almost. Not bad. Okay. And we summon with 8 turns left. So that's pretty good. Dude, Baldur's Gate 3 is so good. Lightning Ring? You need Genji gloves for the paralysis resist? Oh, right. Right. That's true. Well, we'll see. I got my level 4 Sahagin Prince coming up next. One more rare raid, and then we get to farm our new VC. Genji gloves, like, I think eventually, and I'll need to look at bonuses obviously, but like I think eventually I end up with Earth Unit Genji gloves for the max level clears. Well, Luke, I don't know. This is as far as I've put. Obviously, this is as far as I've pushed it because, I mean, here we are. But, oh, the AP ring I'm wearing also gives paralysis resist. Ah, good. I wasn't even looking at that. Koju, you got the Esper done already? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, you do have to worry about doing enough damage. He's not hurting me that bad. Has anybody else been playing Star Ocean, by the way? Like, I've been, I think I'm like 20 hours into the game and I haven't done anything. Yo, because that's how all that works. Virgil, thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. That's 9 months, Virgil. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Welcome back to the church. I will say I am getting trucked a little bit now. 6480. Yeah, so here's the problem of not being able to use the lifesteal weapon. Because if you're using a sword unit, they just come out here and, you know, drain them the whole time. Like Bradley or whatever just walks out here, drains, no big deal. But Elia lacks the drain, so maybe I will need a little bit of, you know, a little bit of protection. This guy doesn't hurt very much. I'm still at half HP. I'm gonna lap him about every time. That didn't do much damage. 40,000 left. We get the counter attack. We're down to 3K. Ooh, yeah, this is tighter than you'd like it to be. That's for sure. Okay, I'll summon now. No, I will summon next turn right here. Yeah, that hate down, that's clutch, you know. Ooh. We went from absolutely murdering this thing to barely winning. Actually, we don't have enough skills turned on. Okay, so that's it for that. That's it for that. You got a duo team? Is it Elia something else? So Hovril says you're waiting to start your playthrough, but you've seen a bunch of videos on like which units to run. See, and I don't even know. Like the only three I've played, like I said, I've played for a long time, but the only 3 units that I'm using, I still only have 3. Right? I don't even have a full team yet. Yeah, and I don't know, Cad. Is it a good idea to say yes to all of them, or should you pass on some of them? Okay, so you threw Skahal in here. I'm going to throw Squall in here because Squall's my boy. Squall's my guy, so he's coming in hot. All right, Squall, we're just going to give you your buff. Actually, that makes no sense right there. We're going to give you, let's filter by lightning. Oh, he's got 50% slash resist? Hey, all right. Well, I guess I cannot use Squall then. Ugh, fine. I'll use Skahal. I mean, if I have to. Where's Dark Ramu? Wait, what? Wait, what? Where are you? Really? Hello? I'm blind. He's right there. Okay. You don't want this. You want this. We'll go faster now. We'll go agility, acquired AP. And then we'll go... Sure. Don't know that it really matters. Pretty sure it doesn't matter. Yet. We'll try this. Okay, Skahal, you get Prunus Lamina +6. You also get Genji gloves. That's paralysis resist on it. So I'm double paralysis resist. Sort by magic. Give you that. Europa main slot for crit damage. OG Ramu for cap damage. Okay, so let's see. You're saying go... Oh, duh. I see what you're saying. Yes, for damage up. Right. Do this right here. And then do... You're saying do this combo. That into this. Yeah, I like that. That's smart. Well, I didn't have to start duoing it until 59. So that's pretty good. Oh, Halloween card for single target reduction and triple hit? No, I haven't put that on yet. I will. I'll probably second slot that. What's up, Jen? Yeah, you could definitely put Urel in here, probably. That'd be fine. Remember, your bonuses don't stack. I'm gonna have to tweak Skahal a little bit, I think. Haste doesn't seem too bad. Haste is fine. Oh, he quickens. I gotta turn that nonsense off. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, this is looking real clean. I mean, if I take that quicken off, it'll be cleaner, aka more clean. But this is looking like no problem. We're not going to have any AP problems with this duo. Skahal's fine. Smack into that. Yep, easy peasy. Good deal. Good deal. I bet you could do this with like any of the mages, honestly. You could probably do it with Summer Helena, etc. Damage up does not get cut in the second slot, Dumball. That's true. That's true. I'm just going to run this for now. Ooh, take it as far as we can here. Queen Mashari and OG Kilfei. Easy clear. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Queen Mashari just got that buff. Kilfei with the chaining. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, I forgot to turn quicken off. Whoops. How to waste a turn. Yeah, because like his casting time... Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I picked Claude, Koju. Whenever I'm playing like old school RPGs, I can't main character the girl. I don't know why. I just like have a harder time RPing it if I try to MC the girl. Now, if it's a game where the only MC is the girl, well, I have no choice. It's fine. I just get, I deal with that. But like, I like to, in my head, like, be kind of the main character going through the game. And since I'm a dude, it helps me do that if I'm the dude. And so that's why I picked Claude. I know it does change the story a little bit if you pick Rena, but I went with old Claude. Is there a point for using less units? Yes. So the game is attempting to encourage you to group. And so you get more of a bonus. If you're bringing one unit, you could potentially be grouped with 3 people, but nobody does that. If you, some people do. If you bring 2 units, you can group with 1 other person. And if you build a 4-man team, you're soloing it. It's like the differences are not insignificant, but they're not enough to make me not want to do it. You know what I mean? Okay, Skahal, let's turn quicken off here. And I guess I could also just go ahead and throw on, yeah, the critical damage is nice. I could just throw on the Halloween card. Let's see how good that is. The single target resist down would be nice. Okay. Looking, scanning. Feel like I already missed it. There it is. Man-eater magic, unit resist, yeah, it's whatever. Okay. run Alaya as Gunner. So Kirby, the one reason I haven't done Gunner Alaya is because I don't want her in range to shoot things early, and I was a little worried that she would be. Now I haven't checked that, but right now with this setup, she can do this buff on the first turn, and then on the second turn she could do bells because they don't move. But I think if she was Gunner, she could move right there and shoot something maybe. And so I was a little bit worried about that, and I'd just rather her get bells up. Gunner technically would do a little more damage because the boss is weak to that, but I mean, if I need to make a change, I'll make a change. As it is right now, it's not a problem. That door is, somebody just came in my house. The door is very creaky. Super creaky door. Oh well. Get a little, you know, now that I'm a homeowner, you get a little WD-40, fix everything. Duct tape, WD-40, you got every problem ever just cleaned up. Is not even an issue at that point. He's not using, has he used the triple hit vision card skill yet? I'm not sure that he has. Or at least if he has, I haven't been paying attention. Maybe I have it like turned off or something. There we go. Sub two-headed dragon for the extra damage cap. That's probably a better idea than what I am doing. Yeah, it's worth, what Luke says is exactly right. It's worth going as far as you can with a single unit just to get a little bit of extra goodies along the way. That's exactly correct. Okay, so yeah, instead of this, since he's not even using it anyway, or instead of this, which is giving me just a little bit of agility, because I literally just threw that on there for whatever reason. Let's just put two-headed dragon in. That's fun. Let's sort by rarity. That's the only way I'm like used to looking at it, so it is what I will do. Two-headed dragon right here. There we go. Ready, set. Now we'll get even bigger damage numbers. Yeah, so I saw somebody mention earlier, like the original days, guys, our first raid in this game was brutal because Lucia was the newest unit out, like old missile Lucia, right? And some people had her, and the first raid was chocolate flan, and it was weak to wind missile, and everybody just had Medina, and like we were all just trying to use Medina. And you had to micromanage the heck out of that fight to get it to work. Like, it was tough. It was tough. Raiding in this game used to be something special. What's up, Ultra Egos? How's it going? Kairos, hello, hello. Maybe next raid I'll go for one unit. I'm doing two at the moment, though. Yeah, that's fine. Two at the moment's good. You only just got your second 140 yesterday. Well, congrats, Avril. Two 140s. Okay. Ferris being the second one is fun. Not dodging any other gacha, but I tried to juggle 3 and couldn't keep it up and had to drop EC. No, I hear that, man. It's hard for me to juggle 2. 2 is my cap, I feel like. And even that was tough when I started wanting to play other games. And like for me, the big thing with Ever Crisis was he's still not using curses. Maybe I need to make sure it's on. Like maybe it's not enabled. The thing for me, when I didn't play it for a few days, I realized I didn't miss it. And at that point, I'm like, well, it's enabled. He's just too much of a badass. He doesn't need it. He says, no, I'm good. Who needs that move? Maybe he'll use it later. Like maybe that single target resist is more impactful in later fights or something. Exactly. War of the Visions is like home. I agree. I think a lot of us who've been playing for a long time Just feel that way. Yeah, for a native client. I wish War of the Visions would just embrace PC client, but you know. I hear that, Luke. And I think that's fine. Like the deal for me with Ever Crisis was there's no way to automate what you do every day. And I didn't like that. Like I had to get on to Ever Crisis daily and be like, okay, now I'm going to like run this quest several times. Okay, now I'm going to like do materia. Materia system sucked. Like they need to fix that. And I think they will. Like they will probably quality of life materia to a better spot at some point. And that's, that'll be better. That'll help that game out a ton. Then for Honkai Star Rail, because I did try, and I think I talked about this a little bit in the video I released last night, but I tried to get it back into Honkai Star Rail, and I want to get back into Honkai Star Rail, but with single player games, I cannot pick them back up where I left off a lot of times, even in like the Gacha version. Now, maybe with Ever Crisis, I'll be able to because it's so segmented and like so menus that maybe I won't have a problem with it. And since I've already played Final Fantasy VII, I'm not like gonna be lost in what's going on. But with Honkai, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play a brand new free-to-play account. Just take it through, experience the game with new units. And then I started playing, and the first like hour of the game was straight cutscenes, and I was like, I know, I've seen all this twice. I can't do it. I need to skip these damn cutscenes. And somebody on YouTube comment or Discord comment, I can't remember which one, somebody was like, yeah, Hoyo doesn't like you to be able, the devs don't like people to be able to skip the cutscenes because they want people to experience like the content that they made. I'm like, well, that's cool. I've already experienced it a whole time. And then I experienced it all a second time. And now I just want to catch up. Like, I want to experience some of it because some of it is worth experiencing again. Like some of that story is worth hearing, listening to again, but definitely not all of it. Definitely not all of it. Eventually, I think we will be able to play anything on the Google Play Store on PC, but I've still had problems with it. It does not work perfectly, and until it does, Now, I did get invited to the next Hoyo Games beta. They sent me an email just asking me if I didn't even apply for it. Zenless Zone Zero. I didn't apply or anything, but I got an email from Hoyo wanting to know if I wanted to just participate in that beta. And I said, yeah, sure, that's fine. So if I sign up for that, I'm auto in. And I mean, Hoyo does make quality games, so I will try it. I just don't know. Like, I just haven't found anything that has that sticking power. I love PvP. Like, League of Legends ruined me for games, for somehow. Like, League of Legends has just taken any sort of, like, online game I play, and I just need that, like, competitive. I need the ladder. I need something to, like, you know, do it. I just started a new account and I'm button mashing my way through. Yeah, Brandon, that's what I'm going to have to do. I just don't have the time for that right now. Because I'm playing War of the Visions just like I always have been. It's a bit of an easy week this week once rating's over in WoTV. So then I can kind of switch my focus to Star Ocean and get my second channel running. And I'm pretty excited about the second channel. Like, actually covering non-gacha games seems really fun. I'm a little intimidated, for sure. You know, anytime you enter into a new arena, it's a little intimidating. And like entering into an arena of like traditional gaming channels, there are some OG baller gaming channels out there. And I'm sure we've all watched a lot of the same ones, but joining that group is definitely just a little intimidating. So it is what it is. Reset, how's it going for you? I'm doing great. I'm trying to sit cross-legged, something I've not been able to do well since the knee surgery, but I'm going to try it. Fernando, hello. Kaiban, thank you for the 100 bits. Just saw your weekend update. Oh.
Underscore Kaiban for the buy 100 bits. And I totally support a second channel. I also want
No problem. Hey, it's easy to dedicate yourself to something that you like. Easy might be the wrong word, but it's a lot easier. Yeah, bit reader jump scare for real. I don't have all of my, I never got my volumes on my like mixer. When I move the PC, resets all that stuff, and I've not gotten them re-put to where I want them to be. Okay. Let's get to this 4X farm skip ticket thing that we're going to do today. We're doing Lightning Chamber because that's our next max reincarnate unit, and we skip exactly one at a time. Oh yeah, jumping around from game to game is fine, by the way. It's fine. And like, that's the thing. Once I realized with Ever Crisis that I was putting pressure on myself to keep playing the game. And that pressure was because I was, needing to make more content. And I was like, yeah, stop. Like, hold on. I need to reevaluate this at that point. Let's do Demon Wall, obvious. Okay, let's switch up our espers here. Ruinstern, you're good, man. You don't need any more. Let's get somebody else involved here. How about Halloween Lucia getting a new Esper? Let's do... let's do this one. And then Dwayne, you're probably good. Let's get somebody else involved. How about... I guess this is my dark tier. Yeah, whatever. Let's just put... You just stay out there, Dwayne. I don't actually care. You get this one. You get Sildra. Great. Sephiroth, let's get you Dark Bahamut. Somehow we don't have that yet. And then Irvine, you got those three done. Let's do... Oh, you can have... Wait. You don't want Dark Bahamut, Sephiroth. You want Dark Odin, which you already have. Pause that. Let's revisit this decision, and let's do Fenrir. And then for Irvine, you can have Chimera. Sure, why not? Skip. Anyway. I did play Suikoden. Yeah, oh god, that's a hard word to say. Suikoden. And I loved that game. So is the party system in Star Ocean 2 like Suikoden? Oh, just shoot me if I have to say that word again. Are the party systems similar? You guys ever do the thing when you're saying words, you try to like picture the word in your head, and that completely ruins your ability to say the word? Because that's what's happening to me. But anyway, that was my favorite part of that game, was having the like castle with all the characters in it, and you could pick who's coming with you, who's going. I loved it. Or Suikoden 2 is what I'm talking about. Ilyagi says, I was on FF Opera Omnia for like 3 years, but the latest era just killed it for me, so I've been looking for a replacement. Well, hey, this is a great game if you want to jump in here. We're about to hit our 4th anniversary on Global. I would say this game has 2-3 years left. Like, the fact that they merged the teams into the JP and the Global team, I think extends the life of this game, not indefinitely, because there's no game that lasts forever, but it definitely extends the life of this game for a long time. Suikoden. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say whatever comes out of my mouth. You guys will probably get it. Opera Omnia. I heard a lot of good things about Opera Omnia, man. Yeah, Euden Chronicles. I have been following that, Kaiben. Not like actively following it, but you know, more or less waiting for it to come out. Other things I'm excited for right now. I'm excited for the Persona Gacha. I will cover that. What else am I excited about? Ooh, Suikoden. Suikoden. Why am I using 2 units when you can use 4? Because you get more drops for using 2 units, Thomas. So, and like we just talked about this, but I'll talk about it again. So, like when you're fighting this, When you challenge it, most rewards right here, second most rewards right here, least rewards right here. So you just get more medals for beating it with 2 than you do for beating it with 4. That's why. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, War of the Visions is a great game to come back to, start a new account, whatever. If you're looking for something to replace Opera Omnia, I don't know. It's a very different game than Opera Omnia for sure. And see, and I agree, EC just doesn't feel like there's enough content. I feel like too much of Ever Crisis content is just grinding, and that's coming from this game, right? Where there's a lot of grinding in this game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like right now. I just understand that I'm a little down on Ever Crisis. So I'm not in a good headspace to talk about the game because I still believe that it's a good game. And I believe that it's a game in several months when the story has advanced and more of the like new stuff has come out. I will revisit and just, you know, see what's happening, play through it a little more, do whatever free pulls I get and probably dip again. But it doesn't feel like, again, no PvP in the game. So I don't feel... I was juggling this weird feeling in Ever Crisis where I would see other people's accounts with like 200k power and I'm like, man, I should have 200k power. Okay, I'm gonna go increase my power. And then I'd be like, all right, I have 2 options. Farm this stuff and the drops on the farming item, the weapon leveling items, oof. And then, oh yeah, something else that I did not like about farming in Ever Crisis was like to get level 90 weapons, you have to replay those dungeons. I don't like replaying those dungeons, like the I forget what they're called, but the dungeons that give you the like the good drops. I don't want to go back and play those again. Nope, don't want to. Yep. Yeah, War of the Visions is super new player friendly. Especially, it's about to be, did you guys see, I talked about the video today, the update now where at the end of this month, or the 20-something, Crisis Dungeons, that's right. Towards the end of this month, you'll be able to just, for 500 Viz, get level 99 Giza. That's huge. Huge. Like, it enables so much PvP. Like that buff right there that Elia just cast, the AP auto restore buff, is necessary to experience all of this game. And now you just get it, which is great. Yeah, I agree, Yage. Fix the materia system, release some more content. I will say, of like the Square Enix single player gacha games that I've played, and I've played 2. First one, Echoes of Mana, was like, it was like, man, what a good idea. And then they did nothing with it. They're like, here's the game, and here's a bunch of banners. The end, game's over. And you're like, why? What is going on here? And that sucked. There was like even places on the menus for things like, I think guilds were going to be in that game. Maybe PvP was going to be in that game. And they just never did anything. Almost made me think that maybe they just kind of ditched the whole project, like decided not to finish it, but we're like, well, we got enough of it done to release it. And so they released it like, well, okay, if it blows up, we'll jump back on the train and put out some more, put out some more content. But they never did. And then with Ever Crisis, so much better than that game, like immediately releasing a bunch of patches. Ever Crisis is great at giving out crystals. You get blue crystals like crazy in that game. You don't have to spend money and you can like constantly be pulling, and that's really fun. And companies need to realize how like half the fun of gacha games is pulling for units, right? Like, call it gambling, call it whatever you want to, but that part of our brains that enjoys the random RNG, I'm going to get a special prize or not get a special prize, enjoys gacha gaming. And so lean into that. Lean into that. I understand it's not for everybody, and I understand like game purists out there in the world are like, this is stupid. You should be able to just play games that you buy for $80 and that's the whole game. And this whole, like, okay, shut up. Like, don't play gacha games. Go away. And like, we like that. It's fun. And sometimes you get screwed. Sometimes you get absolutely screwed. Yep. It's true. It's true. But gambling's been around since people have been around, and we still kind of like it. So, yeah. Kaiben, I agree. Ever Crisis needs to get the auto-consume energy feature that War of the Visions has. Yes. And then Skyfray brings up a good point. Arcade gaming. Yep. Arcade gaming's been a thing for a really long time where you literally, like, spend money to keep trying. I don't know. Like, it's just not... Gacha gaming is too expensive. I'll die on that hill. But I do like it. I like pulling for stuff. I remember the first gacha game I ever played was oh god, what's it? It's got its single player game coming out soon. Grand Blue Fantasy. And I loved the fact that there was like all of these units in the game. And this is coming into a game, like I came into that game at like year 6, or a game had been out for a really long time. I'm not sure, but I got into a guild that, like, I was watching a streamer play the game and he got me in his guild. And you know, I loved that every time I pulled, I like got new stuff. And I was like, oh man, great new units. I can like level these and play them. And that was such a like fun experience. And sure, there's like tier lists and stuff, but I didn't care about those. In fact, I liked using units that people were like, look, if you're trying to get the top score in the newest event. Oh no, wait a second, guys. I didn't get bells off because the little elemental boys move. Uh-oh. We're going to have to make a little minor adjustment to the squad here. Get bells enabled. Or switch up units. One of the two things. Yeah, being out of AP is not going to be great. The issue is I'm using Alaya in Guild Wars. I don't really want to like mess that up because I'll forget. She'll walk into Guild Wars with nothing enabled but bells. You just watch me mess that up. What's my favorite Final Fantasy? 8, Ultra Agos. 8. 8 is my favorite. And see, and Luke, I agree with that too. Like, yes, it would be nice to not have to spend as much money in a game. But, you know what else is nice? Getting new content every week is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Like, even if it's not a bunch. Even if it's just some. Like, I hate finishing games. I hate finishing games. When I was a kid, I would like quit before the last boss. Like, I'd get to the point in like Final Fantasy VII, for example, where I beat the weapons, you know, and I'm like, I just need to finish the game. Nah, I'll just quit. I'm done. And I just have this thing about not liking to finish games. This game's never over until they end of service it, and then I'll have gotten 6 or 7 years out of it, and I'm like, well, okay. I feel fine about that. All right, Alaya. Turn your buffs off. I gotta remember to turn this back on. Let me make sure they're all off. Actually, she'll use bells before she uses the shield. If it's like PvP anyway, she'll use bells before she uses the shield. Get him. Yeah, Laguna is excellent. I love that. Final Fantasy VIII is the best. Yeah, and see, Slenacity, I agree. Like, there's no fundamental problem with gacha. It's like there's no fundamental problem with capitalism, except that when companies realize that they got you by the balls and can charge whatever they want, they do that. And so it's just, gacha is not the problem. The problem is that, like, everything is about min-maxing profit always, and the truth is they can squeeze us, and so they squeeze, and that sucks. Like, that's kind of my thought about that. Like, yeah, the mechanic of gacha gaming is not the problem. We'll go with the word greed of certain entities might be the bigger issue there. I would agree with that statement. We had, so I mentioned earlier that it's like voting day here, right? And so one of the big things that directly affects my life is school board. So basically, like, all the seats on our school board up for grabs today. 4 of the people running do not believe in federal funding for public schools. And I was like, well, F you then. That's fine. I don't want to get paid. Or better yet, I want to like, how do you get money to run a school? I don't get it. Like, we rely on that money. We rely on that. Like, that's how we get all of that. Like, what? And I don't know. I don't know that they have a solution to what do you do without it. I haven't heard one. But these are the same people who like also believe that we have like litter boxes in bathrooms. You know how I know we don't have litter boxes in bathrooms? Because I work at the school. We just don't have them. It's not a real thing. Something somebody made up on TV once, and they were like, not at my school. I remember I had a kid last year come to school, and this child said that their dad was at home and said, they put a litter box in that school, we're moving you to the next district. Like, well, listen, we put a litter box in this school and you're no longer going to school. You're going to like an animal shelter or something. And schools are for people. So we're going to continue to make people use toilets at this school. And yep, can't believe that that's an issue that we're really talking about at like board meetings and stuff. But here we are. Welcome to 2023 school board topics. Yeah, Kairos, I could do that. That's true. That's a good idea. Same appeal for MMOs, honestly, like service games, the story. Yeah, I loved MMOs, and I've always loved MMOs. I, like, EverQuest was my first MMO that I played, and man, oh man, I've gone back to EverQuest so many times. Project 1999 is like the online emulated EverQuest, where it's just, they made it as close as they could back to the original version of the game. I don't have time in my life to play that right now. Like, definitely the problem with old MMOs was people who are my age when we played EverQuest back in the day, we had days to just blow on the game, and just existing in the online world and grouping and seeing other people and standing in the plane of power or standing outside Kelethin or like the East Commons tunnels or something like that with your gear on, being like, check out my Bard and Lambent armor. That's right. I farmed this. Took me a month of my life, but I got this. Rare drop, had to spawn the boss 20 times, died to it 10. Lost 2 levels, regained them. Boom. What would the litter box even be for? Yeah, so they think that there are furries in the schools. They think that kids are like furries, and that to encourage those furries, we put litter boxes in the bathroom so they can poop in them. Yeah, it's a real talking point. That's a real, that's a real non-issue that some people believe is a real issue. Maybe there's one school somewhere that one time did that. I don't think so, but maybe. It's possible. But we certainly never discussed it. First time I heard about it, I was like, we don't do that. I was like, we don't do that, right? And everybody's like, no, we don't do that. Yeah, but you know. But they're like running for school board on the like principle of like, we will not do that. And no shit. What do I think of a 1989 re-release from Taylor Swift? Mighty Lowton? I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm a Travis Kelce fan more than I'm a Taylor Swift fan. And I might be on the rare side of that conversation. Dumbball's like, I hate this planet. It's the best one we got. Yes, now Virgil makes a good point. There might not be litter boxes in the bathrooms, but that does not necessarily stop some of the kids from pooping on the floor. True. Maybe if we just spread a little litter out in there, it would assist the janitors in cleaning that up. That's true. I could swap Skahal off of Time Mage, save those turns. Good point. Let's do that. It's just another thing that I'll have to remember to turn back when I actually use the guy again later. So instead of Time Mage, let's just do Black Mage. Staff Mage, what's that give me? Let's do this one. Sure, staff mage it is. Staff mage him up, Skahal. I don't know that I need speed cast on either. I could probably switch this to magic up, and that would be fine for a little more damage. Let's try that. You can stun the boss. I don't know that I need to. Maybe I will at some point. Like right now, I'm beating it. We'll see. I still have 27 levels to go. Slanesti, I made it to about level 60 with solo Elia. And then you say you did solo Queen Macherie next. I'm on 70 something right now. Does a team of Squall, Sephiroth, and Slime do good? You might as well put a fourth in there, Yasuga, if you're using those three. As long as you have a fourth, I'd say just do that. But he's very resistant. Here, watch this. So here, let's check out his resists. So attack this guy. So he is 70% slash resistance. Now you can penetrate that, I suppose, but he's weak to missile. He's negative to magic. The strike, honestly, the 30% strike resist hasn't slowed me down yet. And then I'm debuffing his lightning resist with Elia, which is helping. I ran out of time. I forgot time was a thing on these. So there we go. I wasted a turn this time. Am I into the retro gaming fever? No. I'd say what I'm into instead of retro gaming is I love quality remakes. Star Ocean 2, for example, super high quality remake. That game is fantastic. 4K, old school game, updated to 4K with quality of life features and more content. I'm in for that all day. All day, I'll take that. Yeah, drop that sizz on him, Yasuga. Man, skipping that turn has made this a little closer than it needed to be. Some dumbass destroyed the third floor men's bathroom and how then shut down for the rest of the... Oh my gosh. They had to shut it down. Oh, okay. Now, yeah, so that's another problem, Jordan. That's a whole nother thing is like, I'll tell you one of the issues, and this is an issue facing all schools, all public schools right now, is, well, I'll put it into terms of like, I'll talk about our district for a minute. And I'm not gonna like, nothing I'm saying here is, like, I'm not talking trash at all, but I'm just gonna make some like points. Okay, so go back in time a little bit. Let's say you go back in time, I don't know, 20 years, whatever, a long time ago. And public school, like around here 20 years ago, which was when I was in school, we were like crushing it, man. Like our state testing scores, we were like a blue ribbon school, which means we were like crushing the tests. People wanted to come to this district and teach all of that stuff. We were doing good. It was a good time to be where I am, right? And to be a teacher in our district, all those things. Well, let's say a vote got put forward somewhere time around that time where we had an alternative school. Alternative school could be a place for, you know, troubled youths to go. Well, we had a couple troubled youths back then, but overall, we were not nearly as an impoverished of a town as we are now. City, because technically nothing in Kansas is a town. We're all cities, but whatever, it's a town. Much fewer kids on free and reduced lunch, for example. Much less, I'll just, and like, not that being poor makes you a bad student, but there is a correlation between your success in school and the income level of your family. Single parent families obviously have a harder time with like spending time with their children. Oh, there's so many factors that go in to like kind of the decline of raising your own kids. Does that make sense? A lot of parents don't raise their own kids. It's just the truth. And if you work in schools, you can just see it. Anyway, let's say a long time ago, a tax was proposed to fix up, renovate, or build a new alternative building for school. and say that it gets voted down because like, nah, we're doing great. We don't need that. Not here. Our schools are crushing it. We'll handle it. No big deal. Okay, 20 years later, the building's condemned. You no longer have an alternative building. And now instead of just being able to fix the problems, you're talking about you having to build a brand new one. Your town's now poorer than it was before. You can't afford it. And now some of the more troubled individuals, like the one that was just described by Jordan as destroying a third floor men's bathroom and shutting it down for the rest of the year, instead of being in an environment where they have a lot of one-on-one help and are not around other kids in other kids' facilities, they are forced into the same building. And yep, they might just destroy the bathroom. And I don't mean the funny version of destroy the bathroom where you poop everywhere. I mean like just take the doors off the stall and throw them into the mirror. Cause why not? You know, cause forget everything. Let's trash it. And it's amazing what that can do to just like the morale of a place. Mix that with the fact that like we don't have the resources to fully staff like help for Paris, for example. Can't fill it. We just can't fill those jobs. Now, it's not surprising. Imagine offering hey, do you want the lowest paid position in the district where you work with the hardest to teach kids? No, you probably don't. Man, that's not a very appealing job for anybody with any experience. We have a hard time keeping those people. We just lack the facilities and staff to do with some of the the harder to deal with students that we did in the past. And that puts a lot of pressure on the school and a lot of stress on the community. And that's where a lot of, I think in my opinion, that's where a lot of the problems, the perceived, like, whether they're real problems or not, these like problems come from, is it's kind of just worse than it used to be. I don't know. I sound a little bit old when I say that, but shoot. Used to be if somebody destroyed the bathroom, you kicked it, okay, you're gone, man. You're out of here. You're going to that other school until you realize that going here is a freaking privilege and we don't have to let you go here. Now it's like, nah, you just go to like the in-school suspension room because we can't out-of-school suspend you because you don't have anybody at home. So you have to stay here and you get a sucker when you're bad. And like, I don't know. Like, it's, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's Mighty Lotan, you say the teacher subreddit makes you think U.S. education is really struggling, students and educators. Yeah, okay. I would just say that like anything you read on a Reddit, they're describing it as 4 times worse than it is. Right? And that goes to gaming, that goes to real life things. Like any sort of minor problem will go viral on Reddit if you describe it as a major problem. And we're not far off. Like schools don't need that much to fix the major problems that we're facing. We just need a little bit more funding. A little bit more funding. You will lose. I had to fill out a survey today. We had a meeting and I had to fill out a survey that was a teacher retention survey. And it was all these questions about how do you feel about this part of your job and that part of your job? And I was like, honestly, do you know what would make teachers stay? If every other job didn't pay more. Like, hey, do you have a 4-year degree, in a lot of cases a master's degree, or even more than that? Hey, we'll pay you $20,000 more a year to come work for us. And it's less stressful. And eventually teachers who all like to teach are like, yeah, this was a rough year. I'm going to jump. I'm going to take the pay raise and less stress. Boom, solved it. That's how you don't lose teachers. You just pay them enough money that everywhere else is not able to lure them away with a bigger paycheck. And that's it. I solved that problem. Then yeah, you need to pay the support staff more. And I know it's like, man, where do we get this money? You're talking about a whole bunch of like money. Where does that come from? I don't know, maybe spend less than $900 billion on new airplanes every year. That might be something. Maybe don't outspend most of the rest of the world combined on F-35s or whatever the hell the new plane we're building is. That seems like a place you could find some money. It's out there. It's out there. We are not poorer than other countries that have figured this out. And we don't have vastly more people than them either. So it's an allocation of funds problem, not anything else. And that's sort of just, you know, everybody wants a pay raise, but I think our profession is very justified in asking for it. And I'm sure every other profession also feels that way. So whatever. But as far as like, is U.S. education struggling? I mean, the kids are learning a lot. I would say that, like, sure, the world has changed, so maybe they're required to learn more than they used to be required to learn. But a fifth grader today knows more than I did in fifth grade. And I've taught 5th through 12th. And I can just say for sure that, like, they are exposed to more content today than they were exposed to before, which has further, I mean, and there's good and bad to that. Before, it's a lot harder to be to stay up with things now. There's definitely a bigger gap between the kids who like get it and the kids who don't get it, because there's so much more to teach, I think, today, or at least that's been my experience. See, Havril says, I'm not sure if America/Canada has rural areas in them. A ton of them, Havril. We are like Australia is. We have a lot of space in our country. Now, a lot of your space is uninhabitable. A lot of Canada's space is uninhabitable too, for like other reasons. America's basically, USA is basically all inhabitable, but a lot of it's like farm. Where I'm from is a lot of farmland. My first teaching job was in a rural school. A town of 150, and most of the kids came from the countryside to go to the school, and instead of having incentives to go there, it just paid $10,000 less a year than the district I'm in now. So they just had less money because your funding is based on the amount of students you have, and since they had less students, they had less money and they couldn't pay teachers as much. So it was no one stayed there unless you lived in the town and were a lifer in that community, because it was cheaper to live in that community. But I commuted there because it was my first job. Oh man, I made nothing. And I loved it there. Loved it. Small class sizes. Like my senior class, my first year I taught was 8 kids. Oh, that was awesome. You can do so much in a government class with 8 kids in it that you can't do in a government class with 26 kids. And so I loved I loved every part of it, except the pay was so bad that eventually you just have to look at, you're like, okay, I do have a family and like bills and yeah, we're going to need more money. Okay, here we go. And so that's that. Are schools dangerous in my area? No, they are not. I mean, there's some crazy kids, but like they're still 10 at the oldest. Like a crazy 7-year-old isn't dangerous. You know what I mean? To themselves, they are dangerous, but they're not like, you know, I don't know. There are the obvious like American school horror stories, and we do. Tell I'm not an English teacher. I teach math and social studies, but we do have a lot of crisis drills, shooter drills. That's a big thing here. A lot of guns in America, and it's not hard for one guy to be really mad and just find a weapon and go to school and do something with it. So we have to practice what to do in those situations, you know, but that's not. Oh, there we go. We got the Sahagin Prince. Good. That was my goal before I polled today, was get this done, by the way. Or at least get that acquired. So we've done that. I'll keep doing this while I'm talking, but then we'll do poll video. Dangerous though? No, I don't feel danger. I don't feel like I'm in danger when I'm at school. And the kids don't either. It's like, when I say like crazy students, what I mean is like, just make noise. Not talking. Noise. Like, and they do weird stuff. Like, I can't use specific examples or names or descriptive words, obviously, right? Like, there's confidentiality here, and I never would want to put a kid out there like that. But you're just like, you try to talk to him like, man, why are you being this way? What's going on? And then you realize, oh, this kid just takes care of themselves. Like they live in the wilderness, quite literally. It's just urban wilderness. because they don't have anybody guiding them all day. They just come here and they don't understand structure and rules and society. And they're just like, what? At home, I just do whatever I want. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I get it now. It all just makes sense. So this is what it looks like when a kid just raises themselves to being however old. Okay, I get it now. I am taking a lot of damage all of a sudden. Like, man, once you approach rank 80 on this thing, he starts kind of popping off. I'm going to have to adjust. But I shall worry about all of that another time, because we've been live for like an hour 15. It's 6:30. We need to do some polls. Now, yeah, and like there is, so student loan forgiveness is something. So Adam brings up student loan forgiveness as an incentive to go to rural schools. But the truth is, you get student loan forgiveness after teaching for 10 years in any school that like qualifies, and basically every public school qualifies. So that hurts rural schools a little bit. What kind of drills do the schools do? Here we do tornado drills, we do fire drills, we do active shooter drills, we do intruder drills. That's it. So we have a drill where we go into a room and lock the door. We have a drill, that's the tornado drill. We have a drill where we go outside the room and get away from the building. That's the fire drill. We have a drill where we run out of the building. That's the shooter drill. And then we have a drill where we lock the door and get away from the windows, and that's the intruder drill. Yeah, well, Spoon Hunter, they did just fix that, by the way. Like that's one of the things that has changed. They just figured out a way to forgive a whole bunch of student loans, which is wonderful, especially for the people who earned it. Okay, let's figure out what banners we're pulling on. I need to get my phone. I'm going to grab it and switch to my phone for the paid Visiors. Well, I don't think I need it. Do I? Am I pulling on any of the paid Visior stuff today? Free pull. This one is good. For 4 times, you get 16 blossoms. This is pretty nice. And I haven't watched the video, but I heard Dejan absolutely popped off on this. Oh, is Soul on here? He is. Soul is on here. What about Dark Siren? Where's our 90 costers? Bahamut. Dark Siren. This is very tempting. 16 blossoms and 4 Frederica's dreams. True. You get stars on the banner as well. Yeah. This is probably worth doing. This is probably worth doing. Okay, let me switch to my phone so I can do this. Where'd I put my phone? It's right in front of me. It's here. It's on my desk. Found it. Ooh. I just got an ad. Okay. This is from YouTube. Connect with brand deals on YouTube. Try Brand Connect in studio. We get to work with brands on their upcoming campaigns. Get ready for some sponsorships, boys. Not really. I've never done one of those. I get ads for stuff like that all the time, but the products are always so lame. I've taken like 2 sponsorships from products before, and both of them I actually use. But many of them are indeed super lame. Okay, let's exit out of this. I did try Reverse 1999. It has a PC client, by the way. You don't have to play on an emulator, which was nice. Fun game for about an hour. And then I was like, yeah, okay. I'm done. Oh, yeah, if you have a new account, this banner is... Do it. Absolutely do it. Okay, phone. There we go. Wow, that button worked post-move. That's great. Anyway, teaching's a wonderful job. Like if anybody, I'm not trying to talk anybody, and y'all are like, people who watch this channel, people who are on here mostly are my age or around my age. So most of you guys have careers already, or, you know, your life is not in as much flux as most of the people I talk to every day are 10, and their life is all over the place. But teaching's a wonderful profession. Like the relationships you make in teaching are insane. Like those kids will remember you for the rest of their life if you're good. You'll remember some of them the rest of their lives, and that's all. Like that's why you do it. It's that community, it's being part of something, all of that. It's just unfortunate that, well, one of the problems is as teachers leave, school's got to have teachers. So the requirement to become a teacher goes down as the difficulty for doing the job increases. And I think anybody can see that that's not a recipe for success, right? Like, don't make something harder while making the opportunity to do that thing easier, right? Like, barrier to entry down, difficulty level up is a recipe for a lot of very stressed out first year teachers who've yet to even do like student teaching or have no experience in the field, but we're like, hey, are you alive and you're interested in this? Well, we can figure out a way to make that illegal. Come on in. And then, you know, you're there. It's hard, man. Teaching's hard. And a lot of people think they can do it, especially a lot of people who've worked in a school in some other capacity, see a teacher and they're like, shoot, I can do this. You just hang out with kids all day. And then you're like, yeah, okay, you figure out a way to tell little Jimmy how he doesn't understand lowest common denominator, and he doesn't even understand what it means on the 19th explanation. You figure out a way to get that through to that child while also teaching 19 other kids something else. Okay, good luck. Okay, new weekly reset schedule threw me off. Yeah, not Wednesday today, Vic. Okay. Public service is tough too. Yeah, absolutely. Any public service job, you do it for like you're doing it for the right reasons. Not for the money, but the money still has to be there, right? Nobody would do their job for free. Very few people would. Okay, mute that music. Let's make a YouTube video. I got plenty of viz, so we're good. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and we are live on Twitch and YouTube on this Tuesday afternoon as the whole world that is my world that revolves a lot around War of the Visions has changed. Yeah, it's Tuesday, and here we are. Now, we're going to do some polls. I have been thinking about this banner, and when I say this banner, I'm going to show you. I didn't anticipate that little download. This one right here, this 4 URs guaranteed, 444 Visior 10 times summon guaranteed poll thing. Now, this is really, really good value. The specific thing I'm talking about here is the Blossoms of Paradise for me. Yes, those other rainbow materials are nice. I personally have a lot of those already, but that's a lot of Blossoms of Paradise. And on this banner is Soul and Dark Siren, two things that I don't have that I'd really like to get. So it's guaranteed URs, it's Soul Stars, it's Vision Stars. We'll have to see if Vision Stars are still what they are cracked out to be in a little while, but I do think this is worth doing. I'm going to do these polls. And then I'm also going to be doing the 5-step for the new vision card. In fact, let's start with the 5-step for the new vision card. So here we go. The goal today, here's the ultimate goal of today's poll session. I want to get the new vision card before step 5, right? So not have to pity it. We're on the road to pitying with this first poll. Yeah, gold unit in slot 10, not ideal. We'll click through it though. We do get a change to Chocobo. Still don't have red Chocobo, by the way. At next Final Fantasy Tactics release, just give me red Chocobo, please. I'm losing my mind about that. But anyway, not having to pity this vision card would be nice. And then getting any new thing on those guaranteed polls would be sweet. I am equipped with enough Mog Medals and Soul/Vision Stars to level basically anything new I get up. And if the Vision Stars don't end up working the same way when we get the Holo VCs, like if we can't use them on Holo VCs, Heck, at some point, I might just even start spending 10 Vision Stars for a shard or something like that to finish off some old stuff I don't have. So we'll see. Any new thing would be great. Those first 2 pulls, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, next. Now, this next pull, we are guaranteed 25 vision card shards for the new VC. Vic in chat just asked, is this new VC as good as I claim it is? If you have teams to build around this new VC, I will claim that it is indeed as good as I claim it is. Parse that out in your head. Maybe someone in chat should offer a little bit more objective take about my take than me, because believe it or not, I do believe that my take was a good one. In my opinion, the reason I think this vision card is good, here, watch this. The reason I think that this vision card, this one right here, is so good is because it gives 2 stats that are a must-have in one group buff. Single target resist and agility on one card just opens up so many possibilities for team building. Excellent. Off to a great start. Got my BC in 3 pulls. Now we're going to do this free pull. I haven't done my free pull yet today. We're going to skip that. That's really not great. If I would have got Soul or something on that free pull, I might have skipped this new banner, but here we go. 4 URs guaranteed every pull, plus all the goodies. Now, are the goodies just an added bonus, or do they take up slots on the pull? They're just an added bonus, and this might be, okay, Dark Siren. That's what we're looking for with these VCs. That's Two-Headed Dragon. That's not Dark Siren. Soul, right here. Yerma. Fire Bros card. Okay, so all misses early. That's okay. We still got 1 more rainbow in that slot 10. Maybe another one. This is a 5 UR pull, so that's pretty nice. More URs than we thought. And then Charlotte. Okay, so step 1 was a whiff. Step 1 was a whiff. 5 URs, so lots of soul stars, lots of vision cards. We get all of those goodies, which are nice. Yeah, the value here is insane. This is actually just a really good banner. I'm going to pull it all the way through. I have the paid viz. Let's run it. Okay, here we go. Next one. It's at least giving me the, it has the decency to give me a gold book. I do appreciate that. Okay, Dark Siren. Rob's card. Okay, Dark Siren, please. No. Right here. No. It's not been good. It's not been good so far. That's okay. It's hard to off-banner 100 cost units and 90 cost vision card espers, but here's Soul right here. Oh, it's not Soul, but I do get a new unit. All right. We pick up, Gernsbeck. That's a W. I saw that walkout animation, and I thought for a second that it was good. The Gernsbeck's fine. I absolutely accept that. That is wonderful. I will start building him immediately. I'm very excited to add him to the roster. Okay. I forgot I didn't have Gernsbeck. Now I do. Next poll. This poll is great. This is already a win. Dejan got a 7 rainbow pull. That's insane. Okay, this could be a 5 rainbow, because here's Katone's card. Here is Laswell. Here's the 4th rainbow between that one and this one. And that's an oh man, something about pulling an Ayaka is just rough. I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but Ayaka's rough. Even compared to the other ones. Well, okay. Hello, Grifford. Welcome home, friend. Another unit that I passed on recently who decides to show up right here. Things are going well. Okay. How many pulls do I have left? 1 more? 2 more? How many more times can I do this? 1 more time? I think this is the last time. Whatever. We're W'ing out right here. 2 walkout animations. Now, to put a nice bow on it with that unit right there being Soul would be excellent. That'd be sweet. A potential 5 UR pull. Potential 5 UR. Okay, Ifrit. We at least did pull our first Esper of the day. Not a new one. In fact, a release Esper, but whatever. Oh, Dark Odin. Dang it. Oh, it was so close. Ah, we pulled a Dark Esper. Just wasn't the right one. And then two-headed dragon again. Okay, that's okay. Well, nope. Another gold. Another gold. Okay. Now, regardless of what this is, this has been a really good poll session. What is it, though? Elsorel. Okay, that poll was a little sleepy. It was a little sleepier than the rest. Man, that Dark Odin was close. It was close. That's okay. Is that it? Are we done? Okay, that's it for those. So very, very successful poll session right here. Looking at my Soul Star situation, I have so many. Like, that's just, it's not going to be a problem to finish those things off. So let's see. Soul Stars, I'm sitting at 38.93. So I can cash in for Gernsbeck and Grifford, no problem. Vision Stars, well, you can see I'm currently building several vision cards still, but 3660 sitting pretty there. Mog medals, what am I sitting at? 4,000 vision medals, 10K. I mean, I got plenty of these suckers, plenty of them. So someday finishing up old Dark Siren's not going to be tough. It's going to be free whenever I pull her. Anyway, there we go. That's the pull video. Very, very successful. Got a couple new units to throw in the barracks pretty soon. Work on raising up, and there it is. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Just started this game. Very excited. Surprised I missed this game. Yeah, Raz, welcome to the game. A lot of people don't know about this game, which is surprising. Okay. Let's finish building. Yeah, that was awesome pulls. Those pulls were great. Absolutely wonderful. All right. Let's build this vision card a little bit here. So collect whatever I got. Very few medals because I got it in only 3 pulls. But I'll still take them. Go to the Mog shop here. What's this raid? Lots of good stuff in there. So much more farming to do there. Okay, let's cash those in. 30 more. Try and get this bingo board done real quick. Vision stars. Gonna be right here. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more time for 5. Got him. All right. Vision cards. I don't have a team. Unfortunately, I don't have a team that I'm really like super pumped to use this on yet. I need one more knight unit, I think. Just one more. Not that Wingstern couldn't be that guy. Like, Wingstern could be that guy for me, but I just feel like I don't want to fully reincarnate Wingstern just to like hard force a vision card. And I still need an AoE resist card for this job class. I can't believe there's not one yet, because I don't feel like Sword Knight. I mean, Sword Knight does have some really good units in it now with Squall and mostly just Squall. You know, King Bradley's in there, but he's not quite on Squall's level, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Anyhow, how close am I to this being done? I need 105. Do we get 105 from the challenge board? Well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, then we get 75. So I'm really close. I'll just let the login bonuses roll in this week and finish this thing by the end of it. Not a problem there. Okay. I would have loved to have caught Melnia. That'd have been sweet, but it just didn't happen. Maybe next time I get a bunch of like random UR pulls, I'll be looking for a Soul and a Melnia. That'll be cool. There we go. Missions. What missions have I done? Probably just logging. Yeah. Just some energy, which is fine. I hear Baby J in the hallway looking for his green and blue T-Rex. Very important. You gotta find that. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but we gotta locate that immediately. Immediately. Did I do my free? Oh, good call. I even reminded people not to forget that today, but then I put it off for stream and almost forgot it myself. So let's do it right now. Yeah, you get 6. Exactly, Vic. Exactly. That's why you slow build this thing the rest of the week. No more Visiors going to that card. So I get that max. See, that's what's like. I get why they're increasing the cost of vision cards, because I'm going to max this vision card for 6K. It's cheap. That's cheap. Now, granted, it took me a lot of spending of Visior to get to that point. That's for sure. But it is what it is. Okay, guys. Thank you for hanging out today. We're pushing 7 o'clock, which means it's time for me to go, make sure the man has a bath, has some, applesauce or something. I give him some little bit of food here and there so he doesn't look like he's starving too bad, and get him put to bed. And then I get to go to bed too. I did, Raz, thank you for following. Welcome to the channel, Raz. I mentioned in one of my videos, like passively, that my wife was having a baby this next Monday. She's having a C-section next Monday. It's not my baby and it's not her baby. I think a lot of people know, especially if you've been on stream, that she's doing a surrogate pregnancy for our friends. I'm not going to give any information on any of that because it's sort of just weird, but the baby is breech, which means, butt and legs are down and head is up, which means you gotta cut him out. And so it's going to be a C-section. It's scheduled, well, unless the baby just does a miracle flip in the next 5 days or something. But anyway, next Monday is when that is happening. So if I'm a little bit less around next week, I'm taking the week off of school to be here. It'd be hard to have that surgery and have a 2-year-old around the house. So I'll be around to just help out with all that. Then we have Thanksgiving break the next week, which will be fun. So yeah, she is having a baby. And I tell people, I'm like, but it's not mine. And it's not hers. And that confuses people. It really throws people for a loop when you're like, yeah, it's neither of our babies. You're like, but she's having it. And you're like, yeah, but it's not her baby. It's not my baby either. I don't know where their minds go with that. Oh yeah, hopefully we do get a Black Friday special shop. I'm hoping so, Skyfrey. If so, of course I'll cover that on Friday as well. King Rudia says, I'm confused too. Yeah, so you can basically what you can do. Some people can't have babies, right? And you can have the baby for them. You just fertilize an egg, right? And so it's like it's a microscopic little deal, and then you just implant it into somebody who can have babies, and the baby grows in there, and then you have it for them. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week. Me too, Dumbball. I hope everything goes smoothly as well, and thank you for saying that. I think it will. Yeah, they're really excited, Raz. They're really excited. They're going to be here on Saturday. So this weekend we get to in vitro, correct? We get to entertain them this weekend. Shadow Setcher, you're going through a surrogate too? Nice. Yeah, cesarean section, Ultra. That's correct. So planning on a cesarean next Monday. The end to if you've ever gone through a surrogate journey, I guess I'll call it a journey. It seems like the right word. There's a lot of work to do on the front end of that. Then it's 9 months of being pregnant, which has all of its ups and downs and lefts and rights. And then it's all done this week. It's all done. So, and we're friends with these people, so we'll get to follow him. It's a boy. We'll get to follow him as he grows up, which will be really cool because he lived with us for the first 9 months of his life. Your friend's helping with my husband's baby with other egg donor. Oh, nice, Shadow. Okay. So that's one way of doing it. Yep. We don't know. We know who the father is of this baby, but we don't know who the egg donor is. Somebody that he knows. But yeah, it's awesome. We're very excited. We're very excited for them too. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you very much. Yeah, Vic, thank you. She's a trooper. She's been a real trooper about it, especially lately. When you try to go, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to do the thing where they spin the baby. what's up, Brian? But like they go in and like the doctor actually like tries to spin it, like turn over, baby, spin around. And this baby was just like, no, I do not want to be upside down. No. And he's just in there, he just ain't spinning. So, okay, we'll cut you out. All right, thank you guys. Yeah, I'll keep everybody updated as much as I can, you know, respecting everybody's privacy and all of that, you know, at the same time. But yeah, all right, guys, good stream. Thank y'all for hanging out and have a great day. I will see y'all next time. Peace.